This is the assembly video for the Charlotte Series Grand Chandelier. Before beginning, unpack all materials onto a flat, padded workspace. Before any installation, ensure that the power to the room has been shut off at the breaker. We recommend using the packaging for the bottom ring as a base for the assembly. Beginning with the bottom ring, unfurl the wiring and pass them entirely through one of the threaded pipes, then screw it into the bottom ring. Next, take the middle ring and mount it onto the threaded pipe, passing the wires through before screwing it tight. Keep turning the middle ring until it is too tight to move. Now, pass the wires through the second threaded pipe and screw it onto the top of the middle ring in the same manner as the first. If the wires begin to twist, hold them taut as you screw in the pipe. Before mounting the top ring, you will need to remove the plate and loop. Remove the screws holding the plate and coupler on the underside of the top ring. Then pass both parts along the wires coming out of the top of the second threaded pipe. Let the plate sit at the base of the second pipe for now, but screw the bottom end of the coupler onto the top of the second pipe where the wires are coming from. With those parts removed, you should be able to pull the loop, inner pipe, and wire out of the top ring easily. Pass the inner pipe through the wires next, pulling the short wire out through the side slot and the long wire up through the top. Hold both taut as you screw it tight onto the coupler. Then, tuck the second length of wire through the top of the inner pipe and pull out about 2 inches through the side slot. Now, join the wires coming through the side slot to the set of wires inside the top ring, live to live and neutral to neutral. Cover the connections with plastic caps and electrical tape. Then pass the wires coming from the top up through the ring as you mount it. Next, pass the loop through the wires and fasten it onto the top ring until tight. Then secure with set screws along the side. Finally, raise the plate from before to cover the wiring in the top ring, using the screws you had removed to secure both the plate and the coupler beneath it. In this section, we will cover installing our canopies. Your package canopy might look different, but they are assembled in the same way. After identifying the canopy components, begin by removing the nut lock and cover from the crossbar. Mount the crossbar to your electrical box using the screws from your box. Then you may reattach the cover and nut lock, then hang the chain, but leave the nut lock at its lowest height for now. If the crossbar's pipe is preventing the crossbar from setting flush against the box, we recommend having the pipe cut to length before continuing with installation. After weaving your chandelier's wires up through the chain, thread them through the loop and central pipe into the canopy. Pull both the house wires and chandelier wires from the side of the cover to connect. Ground to ground, live to live, neutral to neutral. After the connections have been made, cover with plastic caps and electrical tape. Then tuck back inside the canopy and use the nut lock to lift the cover until it is flush against the ceiling. With the frame hung, thread the wires up through the chain towards the canopy to make your connections and prevent sag. Next, it is time to apply the crystal dressing. Following the included diagrams, attach every crystal to the frame, beginning from letter A. Make sure to wear cloth or plastic gloves when handling crystal directly, threading the pins through each hole on the frame before pinching it down to secure. Assembly is now complete. Enjoy your grand crystal chandelier, courtesy of Lighting by Pecaso.